The Pathways to Knowledge model of information processing identifies 6 stages that students go through when learning to process information. They are appreciation, pre-search, search, interpretation, communication, and evaluation. More information on this can be found in the Technology as Facilitator of Quality Education model. Students in an elementary school class have developed and distributed a survey to collect information about people who read J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter books. To begin the lesson, the teacher has the students summarize the work they have done on the project so far. Talking about the work they have already done helps the students develop an overview of their project.
What did we do next? After we decided on our project, we wanted to find out, as we were told back here. Michael told us we wanted to find out what the average Harry Potter reader was like. What did you do next? What was our next step as a class? Eric, please.
Find ways to get the survey out.
Exactly. What's another thing that we did to get those out? Tyler, please.
Yeah, we're gonna, well, maybe we did yesterday, we're gonna give them to email them, well, fax them to libraries.
All right, super. So you gave 2 good things here. We emailed them and faxed them. We used both the email and the fax to get those surveys out to different libraries.
Then the teacher has the students discuss what they need to do next in order to move the project forward. This helps the students narrow their focus and define their information needs.
Then what are you going to do with it once you get it all together? Then what are you going to do? Abby, please.
Put it in some kind of big thing that shows that all we've got, like a PowerPoint thing.
Okay, you're going to make a PowerPoint presentation. The advantage of that PowerPoint presentation is obvious. What are we going to be able to do with it when we're finished? What can we do with that PowerPoint presentation? Anyone? Erica?
We can email it out to all the people that gave us information.
Sure, we can email it back out to anyone who sent us information, because we can send that via the internet.
As they describe both their previous work on the project as well as the next steps in the project, the students demonstrate the pre-search stage of information processing. The students demonstrate the interpretation stage of information processing as they practice some of the mathematical concepts they will use to interpret their data. The students were asked to name their favorite character from the Harry Potter books. The teacher then collected and counted their answers. The students compare their class results to the results of a survey in American Girl magazine. The teacher displays both sets of data as graphs. The students interpret the data in the graphs and analyze it using rational number concepts. The students discuss the data in small groups to help them synthesize mathematical concepts and the information they have learned about random sampling.
Hermione has 35%. And you know that in our class she didn't have that high of a percent. Can anyone think of a fraction that is fairly close to 35%? Talk to each other. I like to see these hands up in the air. About what fraction of these people voted for her as their favorite character? Austin, please.
We thought it was 1/3 because that equals 33 1/3%.
Okay, so that 1/3 is a good knowledge base to have. That you know that 1/3 is worth how much?
33
I can't hear you.
33 1/3%.
All right, so is this a little bit more or a little bit less than 1/3?
A little bit more.
a little bit more than 1/3.
The students further demonstrate the interpretation stage of information processing when they discuss the variables that could have affected the survey done by American Girl magazine. The students consider how the magazine's target audience could have skewed the results. The students are thus evaluating information and determining the credibility of the survey results.
They had 2,000 people respond. Do you think the results might be, I don't know if you remember that word we use when they're not quite accurate? They might be skewed a little bit. They might be not quite the way it really is. What are some things that might make a difference how these people responded? What could be an important variable? Eric, please.
Well, if you put it in American Girl, a lot of girls are going to answer it. Maybe they like girls in books better than they like guys. And if you put it like in a dirt bike magazine, more guys are going to answer it. Because it's not like a guy's going to go read American Girl.
All right. Or answer a survey from there?
Yeah.
Before they go to the computer lab to begin processing their survey data, the students have to plan a search strategy. In cooperative groups, they have to think of 2 questions that they want to answer using the data from their survey, along with their predictions for the results of their questions. This demonstrates the search stage of information processing.
Now, can you actually prove the predictions based on the questions we've asked?
For this question,
I'm going to interrupt, but I like the way you've organized it. You've got question 1, prediction 1 to go with that. Question 2, prediction 2. That was good.
fit it. Yeah.
All right, but that's a good strategy. It makes it look neat and easy to read.
Which survey will help you? Number 7. How many of the Harry Potter books have you read? And which Harry Potter book is your favorite?
Now read your predictions for me again.
We think that Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone will be the favorite book.
The students demonstrate the evaluation stage of information processing by assessing their personal information process. As they develop their search strategy, the students are encouraged to reflect on their school district's essential learnings. The teacher encourages the students to think about the work they have done on their project and how it has helped them develop the skills and knowledge emphasized in the essential learnings.
I'd like your focus for a moment back. I know you know these things. Our effective or our essential learnings that are K through 12 in Waverly Shell Rock, being an effective communicator. Think about how you are doing that. Demonstrating awareness of the audience. Who are you getting this material from? The sensitivity, the communication. How are we writing and reading? And how does that affect what you're doing today? Being a knowledgeable person, a quality producer. We certainly want our finished product to show that. We want to show that we are critical thinkers and problem solvers. When you get those charts and graphs, are they going to make sense? Put it back into that fraction, percent, decimal concepts and see, now, is that really, does it make sense? Is it logical? And being the collaborative worker. That's an awfully important part all the time of a project like this. So our essential learnings are certainly one of the goals of doing the whole project. So be thinking about those again today as we do this. You may go ahead and talk in your group and make sure that form is filled out. Make sure that you are ready then to go to the computer lab to start putting it all together as David has told us.
The students then go to the computer lab to gather the information they need to answer their research questions. They find relevant information from the surveys and record the information using graphing software. This demonstrates another aspect of the search stage of information processing. The students demonstrate the communication stage of information processing by designing a PowerPoint presentation to display their survey results. They apply information from the surveys to answer their research questions, and they organize information for their presentation. PowerPoint lets the students express ideas through writing and presenting.